All right, so I got the live streaming going. And we are working on the all eval plan. We're trying to get everything documented. So if we, these are the notes from before. Shoot. Okay, so I did the wrong notes. Let me get the right notes linked.
Done. The documentation is done.
Okay, good. So it's always super key to document our notes. So I mean, let's make a list of priorities here. Priorities. So we need to document our current notes. So that's done. Right. We need to find the previous completed mission vitals information. So I know we did, right? We did the mission vitals, but unfortunately we didn't actually, I can't find the information. So there should be like, I think it's a main session notes where we went over all of the mission vitals together. And I remember I was in, in Santa Cruz and Monterey Bay on vacation. So I don't remember exactly the date, but it must have
There was a
been.
session I had with you. I think you was on
No,
phone, something like that. Okay.
all right, so we'll try to find that. So then I believe what we really need to focus on is focus on the team vitals. So when I reviewed the team vitals, I don't see that we've actually completed them. We just have agreement on them. So if you go up into the team vitals, approve the following 3 vitals for the team branch. Oh, but we're missing the metrics. Huh. All right. Did we fix the metrics? Let's see. No. Oh, yeah, we do have metrics. Okay. So approve the following team vitals for the metric with the metrics. So these are the team vitals. And put them in here as well. So you have vibes and listening, responsibilities, voice, communications may be separate. The team is communicating, doing good asynchronous real-time session collaboration and co-creation. All right. So I feel like there's one possible thing that's missing with the team. All right, JJ, I will do that. My machine is still restarting. I will join on top of the hour. Okay, good luck. All right. So for me, one thing that's missing is the money, because I feel like right now one of the problems with our team is the payroll. So the question is, where does the payroll come in? It's obviously not part of the mission. It's not really part of the Mo or the Vortex. I guess it could be part of the co-op. Because the co-op is the whole organization. The organization pays our team. So maybe the the payroll and the budget components are part of the co-op, whereas the team is the work, right? So we have vibes, listening, responsibilities. Everyone knows what their paid work assignments are, and the work hours, tracker responsibilities, priorities are clear. Moving towards self-driven responsibilities. Voice, everyone feels enabled to speak their needs and expects to accomplish work. Communications, the team is communicating, doing good async real-time session collaboration. I mean, even if the co-op is doing the payroll and paying everybody, I feel like there is a part of like the team morale that is missing here. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there should be an additional fifth section. So right now we have vibes, addressing needing attention earlier, and teams being harmonious. Everyone feels heard and connected towards common understanding. I guess we could add, we could add momentum and the overall morale of the team into like the vibes and the listening. I think that's better, right? So we would say vibes, listening, morale, and momentum, right? So are we vibing, listening together? Do we have as our team morale? And so this would include, addressing any contention, making sure people feel heard and connected, as well as like, overall morale and feeling good about being involved, and that pay and payroll, bonuses, like and moving forward with momentum and work, right?
Yeah.
So I think all of that sort of relates to our vibes, listening. It's kind of a broader picture, but it's definitely related. And that'll keep it simpler, instead of having a separate one for all the different questions. So let's take a look and see what this looks like. So I think our main focus is definitely the team review, right? We want to do a full vitals for the team is our goal. So if we take a look at the metrics.
Imbalance or low or high?
Are we in balance? A 0 to 2. So it's certainly a very interesting metric. I feel like, I feel like maybe it is a separate thing. Like our morale and our momentum, it seems like it should be separate, because morale and momentum would be a 0 to 9 score, whereas our vibe listening is the 0 to -1 to 1 score. So I don't know exactly why we're doing this -1, 0, +1 score, but it's definitely interesting, and I kind of like it. Because really our goal is kind of just being in balance with the team. So anyways, maybe we should say that our momentum and our morale are like a separate calculation. What do you think? Because that would be more like a 0 to 9, right? As opposed to our thing is this like -1 to 2.
True. Each one is
Okay. Or we could just change it to a 0 to 9. So we could just combine it all together and just say, okay, it's 0 to 9. But they're kind of different things. I mean, the vibes and the listening is really just like, are we communicating and listening as a team, which is sort of like the foundation to functionality, right? And then having a higher morale and momentum is sort of more related to, our overall status of like actually achieving our goals, right? But I think they're kind of different. So let's just do them separate. So morale and momentum. So this would be, do we feel good about being involved and getting our pay, getting our payroll, and like, our value. We want our value to be, want value to be honored and supported. So I feel like overall, like obviously our morale and momentum is not too good right now. It's been kind of falling lower, but I think it's important for the team to have good morale and momentum, and it's not really an organizational question. I think this is a simple like 0 to 9 score per worker. So the responsibilities, everyone knows what their paid work assignments and work hours, tracking responsibilities, and priorities are clear, and also moving towards self-driven responsibilities. So each worker is a 1, a 2, or a 3. A 1 is that you're not clear on your priorities, and number 2 is that you're pretty clear but need support, and number 3, you're self-driven and able to train others. I think that's like pretty good. Voice, everyone feels empowered and able to speak, and every to accomplish work. Request each worker individually involved to vote themselves on how they are empowered to feel. Then we have communications. Team is communicating. Leadership does a simple score, and then we have morale and momentum of the team. Yes, I think that sounds good. So unless there's any questions or concerns, I think we should just, approve this. Okay, so the only one that's like not going to be a voting form is going to be the communications one. So this is leadership, and the leadership does a simple 0 to 9 overall score. So let's just do this for quick. The question is the team communicating, doing a good job with async and real-time session collaboration and co-creation for our communications and ability to communicate and do work? So I would say we are like at least a 5, maybe a 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing okay. We're obviously not doing great. We have a lot of room to grow, especially for our async communications. We really need to work on our real-time session policies. Big. So that's what I would do. I just give it a 5.5. All right. Any questions on that?
No question.
All right. So now we're going to do a voting form. Okay. So for a voting form, the going to be based on each of these there's 3 things that go into the voting form, right? So each one of these would get a question in the voting form or more. We could do more than one question if you want. So the first one is just going to be a simple number from -1 to +1. So the question would be, this is just vibes and listening, right? So I would say that for the first one, the question is, let's try something like, do you feel that our team is sufficiently addressing contention and that you feel heard and listened to. Listen to and feel you have common understanding, connected to the team. So I don't know if that's, I don't know. I don't like the question too much, but it's okay. So do you feel that our team is sufficiently addressing contention, that you feel heard and listened to, and feel that you have common understanding and connected to the team? Okay. All right. So I mean, it's definitely a lot all in one. So we could break it down into separate components and ask like 3 different questions. We could ask one question on the contention. You could ask a separate question on feeling heard and listened. You could ask a third question on common understanding and connection. So you could actually ask 3 separate questions.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyways, then the person would have a blank place, then they would answer with anything between -1 and +1.
Yes.
All right, so
So
I think
you're
that's good.
saying that
Question. So should we just do one question, or should we break it up into 3 separate questions?
yeah, let's just leave it like this.
Okay. So then the next question is related to whether or not you feel like you have met your work assignments, right? So do you feel that you know and have clarity on your paid work assignments, work hours tracking responsibilities, and are moving towards self-driven responsibilities? All right, so I think that's the question for that one. And then they would either give a 1, 2, or 3. Not clear, pretty clear, I'm self-driven and able to train others. So that one's pretty easy. All right, so the next one is about the voice. So the voice, I believe, is pretty much, I mean, my expectation would be people would be feel pretty empowered. I mean, we go out of our way to empower everybody, but empowerment's not enough, right? We need to make people feel, like they have we want high morale, we want momentum moving forward. So obviously just giving people a vote isn't enough, right? So the question here would be like, do you feel empowered within the team and feel you can speak on your behalf and ensure your needs are met to successfully accomplish work? So I think that's the question for that one. And then they would do 0 to 9. And then lastly, we have the morale. And this is where I think we are lacking the most within the team, which is why I think this question is so important. So this would be like, do you feel good about your involvement with the team, including our team, energy, morale, and pay, bonuses, and work output, moving forward with, what does this say? With our moving forward for team momentum. So I think one more thing. Do you feel supported? Do you feel supported about your involvement with the team, including your contribution of energy, morale, and are receiving sufficient compensation with pay, bonuses, equity ownership, and towards moving forward our team momentum. So this is another long sentence as well. Do you feel supported about your involvement with the team, including your contribution of energy, morale, and are receiving sufficient compensation with pay, bonuses, equity ownership towards moving forward our team momentum? How's that for a way too long a sentence? You think it's too long? Should I cut it down, or?
Yeah, we could cut it down.
Okay, I think we can definitely take out the last part, or we could just say equity ownership, because momentum's already implied. Do you feel supported about your involvement with the team, including your contributions and energy, and get rid of morale, and are receiving sufficient compensation, and your compensation expectations of pay, bonuses, and equity ownership meet your expectations. That looks better, right? Do you feel supported about your involvement with the team, including your contributions and energy and your compensation of pay, bonuses, equity ownership, and your pay, bonuses, equity ownership meet your expectations? Do you feel supported about your involvement with the team, including your contributions of energy and your compensation of pay, bonuses, equity ownership, and that your compensation of pay, bonuses, and equity ownership meet your expectations? Cool. That look good?
Yes, Jay.
Cool. All right. So now we just need a voting form, and then each of the workers vote on their personal context. I don't think we need anyone who is inactive to vote on this.
Jay,
Only active.
I need like 5 minutes, please.
Oh yeah, we forgot to take a break. Let's take a 5-minute break for sure. Let me get the rhythm going.
To pause. Time to stretch. Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
All right.
I'm back.
All right. So I would say you would do the voting form, and then I would look for the previous
Okay.
voting form and results from the other session.
Okay. So Jay, I'm creating.
Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
So I guess all these details are the proposals, right?
Well,
Okay, so the proposal is to approve the following 3 to 4 vitals for team branch review.
No, it's line 52, 55, 59, 58, and 62. No, 61.
Yeah. So
So
yeah.
there's four questions. So it's all, and they all start with "Do you feel?" So the voting
there is
form is
no
going to
proposal.
be. No, we already passed the proposal.
Okay.
The proposal already passed by consensus.
Yeah.
Long ago. So we already have our vitals. So the questions are actually doing the voting form. So the voting form is
okay, let me do it right away.
Going to be all of these "Do you feel?" questions, okay?
Yes, Jay.
And then all the individual workers, there's going to be 7 of us, are going to answer these questions, and then we're going to average out all the answers and get a team vital on our team. You know, are we empowering each other? Are we clear on our responsibilities and work? Are we clear, like, you know, do we feel like we're addressing our contention and listening to each other? You know, how is the morale and the momentum going of our team and our expectations of how much we're contributing and what we're getting out of it, right? So I think it makes a lot of sense. And I think this is important to track over time. So if we're doing things well and our momentum is going up and people feel good about their involvement, we want to think about why that's true. And right now, I feel like we're at our overall team vitals might be pretty low. So we'll have to just see, but you know, you don't actually know until people vote, you know? Anyways.
So what could be the title of the form?
These are the team vitals.
Okay,
so this would be the team vitals questionnaire.
Okay, thank you.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hey, my baby, do you remember the dates for when we went to Monterey Bay? You know, like when we went to the beach with Mom and T and Papa T? Remember when that was? That in like August?
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
August 24th. Okay, thank you. Great. I'm gonna take it. That's all I needed. Thank you. All right, it was the week of August 22nd. So if I go back to August, it should have been August 24th. I'm looking for the main session notes of August 24th. August 2nd. Here we go, mission.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Jay said something.
I was able to find it for the missions.
Okay.
time to take a break. Please stop, write down whatever you were about to say, and take a break for 6 minutes.
All right, time to take a break.
Okay.
All right, we're on break, right?
Yes, Jerry, on break.
end of break. Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
All right, I'm back. So I feel like this is so we're pretty much done here.
Yes, I linked the form on the line 64.
Let me take a look. So we have Team Vitals questionnaire. So descript. Oh, can I edit it? Yeah. Please fill out this form if you are a active worker with the FQN Contributors Co-op to give valuable input on our team status and feelings. Cool. So put your name, state your feelings. Oh, I like putting alias too, name or alias. I also use vote codes, but we'll skip that for now. State your feelings. So we can ignore the state you're feeling because all these questions are, do you feel?
Okay. Should I delete
Time
that?
to go. Please stop. Close your eyes.
You can
Count.
leave it. Fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
I
But this
didn't
should
get
just be more
it.
like, state how state how. I don't know. Let's just delete it. Just make sure it's not.
Okay. Let me delete it.
All right, so I don't know why you have all this information. You just need to put the question itself. So the question is, do you feel that our team is sufficiently in contention that you feel heard and listened to and feel you have common understanding and connection to the team? So we need to get rid of that. So again, this question is 0 to, well, no, it's -1. So I would just say that we do multiple choice. You have -1.5. -1.25. I guess we do the -1.99. -1.75. And we have -1.00. And we have -0.75. -0.50. -0.25. And then we have, 0.25. And then we have 0.00. And then we have 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, 1.00, 1.25, 1.50, 1.75, and 1.99. Okay. So that is a very odd scale, and let's also put a description here. So you can put a description that says the scale is negative 1.99 to positive 1.99. Our goal is to be in
time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax.
Okay, so our goal is to be in balance and harmony, which is a 0 as opposed to a high positive number. Because our goal is we just want to make sure we're addressing contention, but there's contention that's always going to exist. All right, next question. Do you feel that you have clarity on your paid work assignments, work hours, track responsibilities, or moving towards self-driven responsibilities? Okay, so this one is also a multiple choice. And the options are not clear, pretty clear but need support, or self-driven and able to train others. I am self-driven and able to train others. So I think we could put some in-betweens as well. Maybe a 1.5 and a 2.5. Right? Isn't that good?
Mm-hmm.
And 3.5. And 0.5. Cool. All right, that looks good. Okay, so then we have, do you feel empowered with the team and feel that you can speak on your behalf and ensure your needs are met successfully to accomplish work? So this one is 0 to 9, right? Yes. Then do you feel supported about your involvement with the team, including your contributions of energy, and that your compensation of pay, bonuses, and equity ownership meet your expectations? And that is also 0 to 9.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
All right, so I think this is ready to be sent out. We'll get responses from the team.
Mm-hmm.
And after we get the responses, we can go over them maybe at the main session or just certify it all. And then once it's all done and certified, we can be done with this. I mean, it's pretty much after we did the hard part. So all that's left is the easy part of just getting all the vitals. Also, I finished everything for the missions. I documented everything in the missions categories, so that's all done. Okay, so then all we need from here is just making sure we have a voting form. And we will be able to use this same voting form again in the future. So this is the team vitals questionnaire. So over time, we can like continue to use the same voting form for this. It should, I don't think the questions are really going to change.
Okay.
All right, responses. This is a test. Okay, good. Looks like it works. Okay, cool. So any other last questions or?
So I'm sending out the form for team vote, right?
You're sending it out to all active workers.
Okay.
So you can send it on like the core team or something.
Okay. I'm doing that right away.
So I think overall we are done and go on to our wrap up.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna update our status for the leadership organizing. So this is the all eval plan. I'm gonna put your name here. This is Ateh. Make it green. And it's just need certification. This is going to be one topic, and we can schedule this for the main session. So we have a lot of stuff that's coming up for main session.
Time to stretch. Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
Quick stretch. So the next time we will work on either the vortex or the Mo vitals or co-op vitals or the token vitals. So basically when we go into the next stage, it's not going to be focused on the actual collecting of the data. Instead, we're just going to be actually getting the proposal finalized for the list of vitals. That's all we have to do in the next 3 weeks. Well, I guess technically we're behind schedule, so we have 2 weeks. So it's really not that difficult. All we have to do is just like make sure we choose one of these other 3 vitals and just decide what.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the metrics will be. All right. I think we are done with this. Can you think of any other questions? Let's also look at the policy. We have the policy set up. Oh, here we go. Branches, vitals, management. No. Oh, here we go. The team is required to take on 2 to 3 branches every 3 weeks for the all eval plan or half pay stop. So it does say we're supposed to do 2 to 3 branches as opposed to 1. So we just did 1 branch. I mean, I did work on the mission some, but that was from the previous time. So if that's the correct policy, we can verify that. Let's see, policies. So if I come into here and I say search decisions, and we are looking for all eval plan. The team is required to take vitals on 2 to 3 branches every 3 weeks. Okay, and there's 7 branches, so it should take about 2 months to do all the branches of the network. So we just did 1. We just did the team vitals, and we haven't even finished it yet. So we're technically supposed to start working on the next one. So we would either do the vortex, the Mo, co-op or the tokens.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
So I think we could also just do policy tracking if we want to just skip it and not do it. Maybe like 1 hour policy tracking. Otherwise, we were under our policies, we're supposed to do 2. And we only did 1. We only did the team. We didn't actually do the. Do you understand what I'm saying, or what?
Yes, Jay. So,
So should we just do policy tracking, or should we go ahead and do 1 more of these?
now?
Well, yeah, I don't know when else we would do it.
Yeah, we can go ahead and do it. Let's do the work.
Okay, so which one should we do? We have the vortex, the mode, the co-op, or the tokens?
Let's do the co-op.
The co-op. Okay. All right. So the co-op is the organization. So we actually do have a lot of vitals for organizations already. So I'm down in line 70. 72. Let's see here. Vitals. So these are different organizational vitals that we brainstormed.
What co-op? To access the vital signs of the co-op. Brainstorm for organization of vitals. Finances. Legal cash. Income assets. Consumption and resources.
So the couple things that are important to note in relationship to the co-op vitals. Co-op vitals.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
All right. So as an organization, right? So the co-op's an organization. Our money and our finances are huge, right? Very, very, very important, right? Then we have our decision making and oversight. Accountability, membership, ownership, right? So for me, the whole overall structure is extremely important as well. Because remember, with a team, it's just us. There's just the 9 of us. Whereas the co-op has hundreds of people who have equity ownership in the co-op and have like a vested interest. Obviously, most of them are like old workers who don't really think about it anymore. All right, so under finances, we have like bills, accounting, I don't know, like reserves, right? Reserves. So under the structure, we've got, like I was saying, all the decision making, oversight, accountability, membership, ownership. I think also you could say that leadership is an important component to an organization, whereas the team, we're all kind of equal. The organization does have leadership positions and roles. So you have positions, roles, responsibilities for leadership, et cetera, et cetera. And the leadership is typically accountable to the structure and the oversight and the accountability and the ownership. Organizational assessment, that's interesting. So we could note that org assessment. So this would be like ability to function regardless of any individual. Policies, interesting. So I think policies does come up because it's not the Mo, it's not the Vortex. The co-op is the main organization that oversees
Please
policies.
stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Okay, so you have policies. Ooh, compliance and legal. That's super duper important. Planning, momentum, finances, planning. Planning, an organization typically has a plan, right? So
yes.
Planning, so this would be like an organizational plan. And review. And then the other one was the legal and compliance. Wow. So legal / compliance. So this is taxes, filings like statements, filings, etc.
Jay, I'll take 5 minutes, please.
Oh yeah. Let's take a 5-minute break.
Okay.
Time to take a break. Please stop, write down whatever you were about to say, and take a break for 6 minutes.
I'm here.
Okay. So I think these are pretty good here for the co-op vitals. There's 3 immediate ones, right? So if we think about yeah, so if we just think about like the questions to ask, so it's like let's take so this would be the metrics, so metrics and then questions. So I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of these can just be 0 to 9, right? Score.
Mm-hmm.
So the question for the finances would be like, you know, as an organization, do we have enough reserves, income, and organized, bills and accounting to be functional for the next 6 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would be, I guess, it would be functional today and for the next 6 months. So again, I think all these are basically 0 to 9 scores. Positions, roles, responsibilities, leadership. Are the leadership roles, responsibilities, and positions getting completed sufficiently by the organization? So it's a good question in terms of like who would do this. I guess everybody possibly could do it. It's an interesting question. So so then the question is who question mark everyone? Right? Policies. So are we currently following policies?
And the break. Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
And do our policies represent do our policies function and need minimal updating, right? Structure. So this is where we get into our medium term, which gets a little more complicated. So we need to ask the questions correctly. So for the structure is like, have we engaged with our with the organizational membership, ownership, accountability, and oversight within the last 2 months, maybe? Right? I guess that sounds good. I think 2 months is too little, like in the last month. No, I think 2 months is good. Org assessment. So this one's pretty clear. Like if the top 3 leaders in the organization ceased to be involved tomorrow, how would the organization fare in continuing afterwards? So basically the org assessment is like if the top 3 people were gone and no longer involved, what would happen? Planning, organizational plan and review. So is the organizational plan sufficient for functional activity in the near and long term? Legal compliance. Is the organization legally compliant and up to date on all government filing? Cool. I think that is a pretty good list of metrics.
Yes.
The main question is who does this? I mean, I feel like everybody's not really enough. Maybe it's just leadership.
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Maybe we could just have the team vote on it. Like have team vote on it, but not have to answer every question. So you only have to vote on the questions that you feel comfortable voting on.
Are we going to create a voting form on that, or we just ask the team to vote on the spreadsheet?
Well, right now we have a proposal, right? So the proposal would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 organizational vitals. So the proposal would be to approve 7 organizational vitals for the co-op. So we would go ahead and propose this at the main session. I can just add, for now, I can just add this to the proposals, but it's a good start at least. But it hasn't been approved yet. I mean, we can't just approve this on our own, so we would need to bring this to the main session and see if we can get approval on it.
Okay.
All right, so I think we're good now.
Yes, Jay.
As far as like completing the work.
It was
So
less than an hour.
I'm just gonna do my hyper eval, then I gotta get going. Any other questions or next steps? We have obviously session in 55 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else for me? Otherwise, I'm gonna take off.
Nothing, Jay. Thank you very much for the session.